Good evening, everybody. This is a week later WrestleDream reaction show, along with me. It's Chucks and Will. Chucks is under the weather, but fortunately here to join us this week. How you doing?
Getting on with it. You know how it goes this time of year.
Yeah,
Everyone's got a bit of something.
Fall allergies. Easy for me to say. I was gonna say autumn, but
it is autumn over here. Also, clocks go back tonight.
Oh, is that right?
Tonight. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder when that happens over here for us. Daylight
You usually
savings.
get it a little earlier than us, I think.
November 3rd, I think, is when we go back.
You get an extra week.
So that means we get the extra hours, so we fall back. So, haha. I thought somebody told me this ends. Like, this is the permanent. Like, this is it.
Oh, they keep saying that every year, and they never.
Yeah.
They've always got a reason not to follow through with it.
I still don't understand why we actually still do it.
There's no good reason.
No, it's I was always told it was something to do with the farmers in Scotland. Why that affects me in Liverpool, I don't know.
Never made any sense to me either. If there's one profession where you can choose to get up and work whenever you want.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. What does it matter if it's dark when you're out with your sheep?
Just do your work based on the sun instead of the time. Like, just do what you need to do. You're a farmer. You own the whole land.
There's a place in you're right, like, there's a place in I see it today on Twitter. I got someone put a link up. I think it's in Sweden somewhere or something. As of today, until like February, they don't get any daylight.
They must be like way up north in Svalbard or something.
I think that rings a bell. That must be it. Yeah. How the hell did you get that?
Wow.
Sure.
I love a bit of Svalbard.
Let me Google it. Is that SVB?
SVALB, yeah.
SVA. I'm sure that was the
Sounds
Swedish.
It is Swedish.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, there you go. Perfect.
It's
but
like
yeah,
it's an island way off the north coast of Sweden. It's up there. It's like in the Arctic Circle. I think it is anyway. Pretty damn close.
So as of the sun sets today, I think it would have happened by now, obviously. And then they don't get any sunlight until like the first week of February. But then it goes the other way. From February, they get 24 hours daylight. Just crazy. I'd love to go.
Cold.
Well, yeah, I'd love to go to places like that. I think Iceland's quite similar, isn't it? Or anywhere up that kind of way. You get like daylight all the time. I'd love to go there just to experience what it's like at 3 a.m. daylight.
I mean, it gets to daylight. It's kind of late June, I guess, when we get the longest day. The sun does start coming up at about 3:30. You just stay up late on that day.
You probably get it more than we do because I'm more up north, aren't I? So
how much
better than I do.
Make.
I don't think we get
the longest day. When's your sunrise?
It's God. Oh, you can find out, can't you?
Probably. Earliest sunrise in Liverpool.
Yeah, it's about 4 a.m. I think. 4:44 a.m.
4:44, really?
Yeah. That's officially.
I thought it'd make that much of a difference.
That's when it's up. So obviously it takes a bit of time to get there, doesn't it? So.
I guess so.
It does. I mean, you're not wrong. It does obviously. As you get into that time of year, it does get a lot earlier, but we don't get. I don't know what that might be.
Got some game show music.
Well, it sounded like you were looking something up to check something. I had to fill the dead air with something, you know.
But yeah, I'd love to go to somewhere like that, just for a day, just to experience what it's like. I mean, you say
if you're gonna go
it
there,
must
you've
be-
got to go for more than a day. You got to
Oh yeah,
experience it.
and
Go for a long weekend, literally a long weekend.
Yeah.
We should do it. We should go on location. Get the
Should.
boys together. Go to Svalbard.
I did see it live from Svalbard.
Oh, that'd be great.
We can make it happen.
I think though as well. You obviously here, it's obviously we do get a bit of darkness, whereas they're like full on daylight, aren't they? Right in the middle of the night. So
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of cool to see. 3 o'clock in the morning, full daylight. I wonder if how they work. I mean, I'm guessing that they must work, but obviously they must.
No, the farmers on Svalbard are working 24 hours. They can't stop.
Obviously. Anyway,
moving
daylight
on.
saving time store.
Yeah.
Don't forget to put your clock back. There you go.
Yeah.
You
Most
guys,
of them do it themselves these days.
yeah, you guys will do it first,
do.
and then next week
On your
or
microwave.
rather, the week after will be here in the States when it happens. So.
Yeah, because if any wrestling fans listening to us, because we are a wrestling podcast, we're in that sort of weird time now, especially for us, because obviously we're used to things being at US time, so it's early hours in the morning for us when it's live. In this next couple of weeks, because of the time change, everything's an hour earlier.
Yeah.
It's great.
So we have, like, say, Raw starts at 1 a.m., it starts at midnight. So it is better for us for a few weeks, and then it goes back again.
And Raw
Speaking
is
of
still
start times,
2 hours
actually,
for now?
it is, yeah, we're still on with the 2 hour.
I should probably try it out. If it's going to start at midnight and only go on for 2 hours, I think
Yeah.
I don't really have much of an excuse anymore. Do
Watch the episode you
little-
tune in, will just be like dog shit.
I? That's probably true. Still.
There's speaking of start times as well, apparently Survivor Series is starting at 6 p.m. local time. No, sorry, 6 p.m. Eastern, which is like
Eastern,
3
that's
p.m.
11 here.
in the afternoon.
What the
'cause
fuck?
it's
That's
in
like
Canada.
4. That's like 4 my time. What the fuck?
Yeah, and people have said it was because the last one they did, there was a what was the last pay-per-view they did?
Wait, 3
I don't know.
Eastern? You
No,
said
sorry,
5 Eastern.
6 Eastern.
6 Eastern. 6
Yeah.
Eastern. So yeah, that's 11 over here. That's early.
Yeah.
4 o'clock Mountain
Apparently.
time for me.
4 Mountain.
Bad Blood, by the way.
Well, the
was
last
previous.
Mountain
Bad
time.
Blood, that's
The
it.
forgotten time zone.
That's right.
Well,
right.
they did something. Bad Blood started earlier, but then they said the reason for that was because they had the UFC show the same night.
Right. Yeah.
They didn't want them to overlap, but apparently there's no UFC show this time, so I don't know what the situation is. I'm not against it. It means it starts early for us.
Maybe
Um,
Meltzer's making up shit again. I don't know.
No,
No,
he's definitely right about that because it's on the all the posters. Something right
yeah.
for a change.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit late, but like one of the thumbs up for this week for me was the fact that The Rock kind of called Dave Meltzer out on his
Yes.
shit on
Yes.
Instagram.
Wow, I need to hear this.
Oh, let me see if I can find it. Rock Instagram.
So the story, just to give you a bit of background, the story was that Dave said, I think we were actually on the show when this week came out last week or the week before.
Yeah.
Dave came out and basically said he'd heard that The Rock wasn't working Mania next year.
Yeah.
There was whatever happened, Rock wasn't doing it. He told the company that he
There
wasn't,
was a
he
story,
wasn't working.
yeah, that Rock said he was too busy and he wouldn't be able to do it. There was like a 3-way planned or something.
Yeah.
They,
And he said Dave said it wasn't happening. And then someone basically tweeted, or was it Instagram or whatever, someone tweeted The Rock and said, "This true?" And the reply was great.
He's like, it's horseshit. Don't believe bullshit online. You know, it'd be great if somebody would just fucking embed the goddamn. What is this? What the fuck is this website? Cultaholic?
Cultaholic. There's some links in there. One of those has got to be a link to the thing, isn't it? replying to one X user. There you go. That's got to be it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Is there context to this too, lol?
This is like back in March.
This is Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I think it was
That's what I'm saying.
pick up a further down. I think I've just seen it. Yeah, Rock replied. Up. There you go.
No,
The Rock who replied, the story is complete horseshit.
Yeah, that's what I just did. Like, that's the same.
No, just above that, one up from there. There you go. Rock who replied.
Okay. This is still back in March.
Oh no, yeah, that must be another one. That was the other one he said he was talking shit about.
Wait, Dave has done this twice? Yeah, that whole thing is from March.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh,
golly.
I think it'd be better off going to the Rock. Oh, how much does the Rock tweet these days?
Not much.
Yeah, I think I might have found her. What's that?
The Rock reacts to
link.
Dave Meltzer reporting that he won't be. Don't believe any of that bullshit.
There you go. It was on Instagram. That's a screenshot.
I was on Instagram.
Yeah. I like that The Rock just keeps like shitting on Meltzer. Just like, yeah, don't believe him.
He's used the same line both years now. It's complete horseshit.
Thank you, SCS Scoops. Credible dirt sheet source here. So basically, yeah. Somebody asked, "Are you really not working for Mania 41? Say it ain't so." And he's like, "Don't believe any of that bullshit." And yeah, there you go. That's what The Rock had to say. So.
Yeah, it's Dave being Dave, in it, I suppose.
Yeah, and that was your thumbs down 3 weeks ago, and then when we last did a show, or something like that. Yeah, so you get the thumbs up, basically, Will, for that.
But remember this moment, because it might turn out to be true. You just never know. It's a long
he doesn't
way away.
show up.
Rock, it may be that Rock suddenly turns out to be too busy and then can't make it. And, oh, who saw this coming? Just saying. It's very easy to say 6 months out.
Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, bookmark it.
Bookmark it. Don't
Still
forget
not
this.
buying
Ay. Alrighty. So should we get into the WrestleDream stuff? I mean, we've prolonged enough, I think.
Yeah.
True, very true.
Okay.
I can't remember anything that happened on the show. But
It should be fairly quick. I remember it being kind of like a mid type of show.
Yeah.
AEW? Surely
Yeah.
not.
I think when we get across to it, I'll be like, oh god, this fucking bullshit. Or whatever.
Could be. So we totally missed Brian Cage becoming your new Ring of Honor World TV champion on the pre-show. We tuned in too late.
Didn't we do the pre-show live? Were we on?
Most of it,
We
yeah.
did, yeah. But we tuned in just in time for Anna Jay and Harley Cameron. And we kind of assumed that was the first one. But it wasn't. Brian Cage, he is your new ROH TV champion. And that means points for all of you guys, but not me.
That's what I like to hear.
Bad start.
Yeah.
No offense.
No. Lots taken. It's fine.
Oh, even Beans got Brian Cage on the predictions
He
here.
did.
Did he?
He did. He
Did I
missed
even
2
pick this
matches,
match?
though. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you went Brian Cage as well.
Okay. I don't know if you have it on the card here. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay.
Beans did miss 2 matches, so he cost himself a bit there, but we'll get to them. And then Anna Jay beat Harley Cameron, so she's next in line for a title match with The Glamour, I think. She's doing all right on a little streak.
Yeah, that feud is kind of heating up here, but I still want to know if there's going to be like a rematch or if like, you know, where did Timeless Tony Storm go?
she disappeared when Japan for a bit.
She's working in Japan,
Yeah.
Well, she was in Florida when that hurricane was moving through.
Sure.
I think we can get. You know what? I think here we're gonna try this here. This was. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. I'm gonna try to play this. Please don't sue us or copyright us or whatever. Here.
Why is she wearing a towel?
Well, you'll hear in just a moment.
Fans and employees of CMLL. As you can see, I am very wet, and not in the fun way. For tax purposes, I am currently residing in Florida, and due to Hurricane Milton, every possible flight to Mexico has been cancelled like Fatty Arbuckle. And, after making a series of phone calls, I have been informed that the government does not control the weather. Nevertheless, I regret to inform you that my match against La Catalina has been postponed. But, due to the immense public pressure, it will happen as soon as possible. La Catalina! You threatened to pull the chutar out of... Shut up. Only I pull the chutar out of me, and I'm going to slap you in the face with it. Then I'm going to grab yours and make it look like a balloon animal. CMLL. Batten down your hatches, for I am the Lucha Whore! And Arena Mexico is going to get blown. Chin up, tits out, and watch for the show!
So there you go.
Doesn't fully explain the towel, but
No.
it's okay.
Nah.
So why isn't that on TV?
I don't know.
Like, what are we doing?
Because it's for CMLL, I guess.
Well, yeah, but still.
I know.
She's very good, isn't she?
She is good. She's going to win some awards at the end of the year.
Anyway. Sorry, where were we?
Points all round for Anna Jay winning.
Okay, and Bean's got Anna Jay as well, according to
Bean's
my
got Anna
cheat sheet
Jay.
here. Yep.
Next up was a tag match where the Acclaimed beat the male models. We split this one. Me and
Horse
Beans
shit.
went Acclaimed. And you guys.
Yeah, they brought out Rico.
Oh yeah, that was the surprise extra. Yeah, the surprise third, and it was Rico, who hasn't aged at all. He's in his 60s now. Doesn't look it, so good for him. But it wasn't enough. The Acclaimed victorious. And the main event of the pre-show was an 8-man tag, which I have listed here as a 10-man tag. I will change that. With the conglomeration of Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly teaming with the Outrunners to defeat the Dark Order and the Premier Athletes, which we all got right. The face teams won this one. Beans didn't predict it for some reason. I don't know if it was on the sheet for him to.
It was not. No.
Oh, that'd be why.
Yeah, didn't
You
they have
screwed
this
him.
like on the show? The show we had, this was added late.
Yeah, it wasn't on the official graphic. We had the.
Oh.
Yeah, it was added late on the card as well, because I think Dirt Sheet Wikipedia didn't have it on there.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
It's alright. He's too far behind anyway. Doesn't matter.
Wow.
He could still win the WWE one, but he missed an entire pay-per-view back at Forbidden Door.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't think Beans is catching up.
That's fair.
The main show opened with the returning Jay White beating Adam Page. That's points all round except for you, Smoot. Too much faith in Adam Page.
Yeah, what the fuck was this bullshit?
This was giving Jay White a big win on his return.
Hey, we're gonna have this deranged character go up against the returning off of an injury person, and have the returning off of an injury person win the match.
Yeah.
Horseshit.
You always win the first match back off an injury. Everyone knows that. That's easy booking. doesn't make so much sense when Adam Page was like hot off a win against Swerve, but you know, something's got to give, as JR always says.
Business has got to pick up at some point.
Business has got to pick up. Next up was it didn't pick up here. Mariah May retained the women's championship against Willow Nightingale, which is points for everyone except for Beans. Beans thought Willow was going to be here. Way too soon for that, but maybe one day. So that's good for Mariah. She'll face Anna Jay at some point. That's where that's all going.
Big whoop.
Yeah, big whoop. The biggest of whoops. Was there anything else like on the show around here? Anything interesting happening? 'Cause MVP came back, didn't he? Was that on this one? No, is that the last one? MJF even?
MJF, yeah, not MVP. He came
Like,
out during some
he also
match. I think what was it after the Hangman Jay White one? Because like Danny Garcia got involved or whatever.
That's right. Danny Garcia came out. MJF came out. Adam Cole showed up, and that was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
So we've got Adam Cole back now. That's nice.
And Adam Cole's just grasping at straws with MJF at this point. Because I honestly don't know what is AEW doing here? It's like, oh, let's have MJF and Garcia again.
I don't really keep up to date with the AEW as much as I probably should. But wasn't he a heel last time he was on?
That was before injury.
Oh, so getting injured makes you a good guy, does it?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Mostly because MJF
turned
turned in the meantime. MJF was the face because Adam Cole was the devil, if you remember.
That's right.
But while in that year, in the meantime, MJF has turned again. So now Cole's back, he has to be the face. Which also means the Undisputed Kingdom have to turn as well, which is awkward because no one likes those guys.
Well, they kind of did that. They kind of did that on Wednesday. They're like on quote unquote Adam Cole's side, but everybody's like expecting them to backstab him.
Yeah, and Kyle O'Reilly was watching on as well.
Yeah, with his Conglom shirt.
Yeah,
which there's a lot of thumbs down to choose from this week, especially on Dynamite. But AEW's merch, as we pointed out, not the best. And let's see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. This is one of them. Yeah, as you mentioned.
What's that face?
Right? He's got a conglom of his own.
That has to be. There must be an oration at the bottom. It has to be.
Well, let's take a look. Let's find it.
This is kind of my, not the shirt.
Yeah,
would be a good one. One of my thumbs down. We'll get to that later. Things don't seem to ever get explained in TNA in AEW.
What's it? Well, actually, yeah, no. TNA's been doing all right. I'm not gonna rag on them like I used to. But yeah, no.
TNA seems to be doing quite well right now. But yeah, we'll get to it properly later. But...
Yeah, there's the.
Not too bad. There's done a lot.
No, it's bad. It's bad. You don't. Like, it's not great, but it's pretty bad.
Yeah, have you seen? I don't know. I think it's Moxley's latest shirt. Just while you're there, have a look at it. I'm sure it was. I seen a picture on Twitter the other day.
Which one?
No, it's none of them.
I'm sorry, but what is this?
Sorry,
the Violent Animal sticker pack. Sorry?
Oh, they had those. Yeah, I saw Claudio and Wheeler Yuta had those on like hoodies at one point.
What the fuck?
They all have
particular reason why?
I don't know. BCC are furries.
I'll find this crappy Moxley shirt or some.
Is it
Sure,
this
it
one?
That Christmas one.
Is it this one right here?
Oh god.
Wow.
No, it's none of them. I'll dig it out and find it for you. Sure, it was Moxley.
Some pretty bad John Moxley t-shirts in here. Aubrey Edwards has one.
Yeah, who's buying that?
Fans of Aubrey Edwards.
Again,
don't
who's
hate
buying
this.
that?
Actually, don't hate that one.
Oh god, an art print of the exploding ring match, really?
Why would they do that? Why would they remind
Remind
you
us
that
of
that happened? Check out that one I've just linked you to there. quite like it.
Excuse me.
Oh, the Beast Mortos! Hey!
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that's not bad.
Yeah, that one's alright.
This one is pretty bad.
All Elite hologram. Yeah,
Luchador Holographico.
it looks like a Temu Power Ranger thing. It
Yeah,
done
like
in
a
AI.
knockoff Mega Man.
Yeah.
Okay, right. What are we doing?
Went from
we'll
MJF
get to
and Adam
those guys.
Cole to that. Yeah, you're gonna have to find it, Will. Whatever shirt you're thinking of. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's not
I'm
on
looking
his
through it
Mox's page here.
Someone definitely posted it during the week. Just trying to find the tweet.
There's a lot.
I'll let you know when I find it.
Jack Perry retains the TNT title over the wrestler Shibata. I think we all predicted that. Points for everyone, and then title change. Will Ospreay loses the International Championship when Takeshita pins him after Kyle Fletcher stabs him with the screwdriver.
Oops, sorry.
So this is strange. Takeshita, your new champion, so that's points for me and Smoot, I think.
Yes, correct.
Well, for some reason, I've got your thing is blank here, as if you haven't predicted.
No, I
You did, I'm sure. I don't know
Yeah.
where the word went, but there you go. It's done. So for a little while now, Kyle Fletcher has been conflicted over whether or not to use the screwdriver, and he's always refused. Today he did it, and then on Dynamite he cut this big promo about how he's been in Will Ospreay's shadow for so long, and it's finally time for him to step out, and he's as if he's not conflicted at all. Like, he's kind of happy with himself for doing it. So what changed?
He remembered that he didn't get saved by Ospreay that 1 week because he was locked in the locker room.
That wasn't Ospreay's fault. He would have been there if he wasn't locked in that
Don
room.
Callis could have blocked the exit for him to set this into motion. Look, well, a little bit more into that. The promo this past week on Dynamite was kind of shitty from Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle.
Not from any fault of his own. It wasn't clicking with the crowd.
I thought it was alright, just went too long.
This is the one where he cut his hair.
Yeah.
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 Instead of making it a hair versus hair match for the Fright Night Dynamite, I'm just gonna shave my head to get like a reactionary reaction from the crowd. I guess I don't know. Who were telling him, wrap it up and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
They weren't feeling
Someone
it.
said there's a picture of him on. He did some news show the following day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With his new hairdo.
Everyday Iowa.
And someone pointed out, and it's a really good show. He looks like Don Callis' son.
Huh.
But yeah, can't find the shit.
Oh, he's got this the aviators. He kind of does.
This is courtesy of KCRG out in Iowa here, I believe. I guess you kind from this angle I kind of see it a little bit. That is a generic ass lower third. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A generic ass face, like he looks like Daniel Garcia as well. He's got that, like, just plain. He's just a guy.
Yeah, that too. But like the logo here, all right, that's fine. They went with the dark version because it would just be white on white. Only the E would be visible. But like fucking Times New Roman for the show, Times New Roman for the subject name here, and then the byline in like a Beavis New or whatever. Like, add some pizzazz, Iowa. Come on.
It's just a plain white box. Yeah, they've got no graphic there.
Yeah, that's a thumbs down for me this week. Everyday Iowa.
That's a good thumbs down.
Anyway, yeah, like Fletcher said he was tired of being compared to Osprey or whatever, and so he's like, I'm not gonna look like you anymore. I'm gonna shave my head. And you could have just. I mean, if he loses on the Fright Night show this upcoming Wednesday, what's the point of, like, if he's going to lose anyway, you should have just made it a hair versus hair match then.
Well, yeah. There's going to be a point.
It's not hard to book good wrestling. I swear to God, it's not.
There's if your name's Tony Khan.
Yeah, apparently. Or you hire people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Anyway. Takeshita, this was like probably match of the night for me, I feel.
Yeah, except that same spot they always do at the start, Osprey and Ricochet. They don't need to keep doing those flips.
This is the second time I've seen this now, and I didn't like it the first time.
The flippy bullshit that you called it?
It's the same one. They didn't even do a different kind of flippy bullshit. They did the same one.
He did quite a good sarcastic tweet during the week, that Ricochet.
Oh, yeah?
He posted a clip from, I think it was New Japan or somewhere. I have to try and find it for you. And it was a really sarcastic tweet. Anyone could tell he was being sarcastic, but people thought he was being legit. Let me find his Twitter. Talk about yourselves for a moment.
Sorry. I haven't taken this opportunity to fill in the rest of the boxes here that the beans good on. Young Bucks, okay. There you go.
There we go. Actually, it wasn't Japan. It was from GCW.
GC Dub.
He's obviously having a little, because obviously that's what people have been saying to him recently. But people thought he was being legit criticism of the match.
This sucks. Not one wrestling move was done. Just flip, flip, flip. You suck and can't wrestle. Gymnastics and Cirque du Soleil shit. Let's see.
I thought it was kind of funny because that's what obviously people have been saying to him.
That's pretty good.
Maybe that's who he's mocking, yeah. And somebody was like, what is your goal with this post? People have their taste in wrestling, mocking the people hating on you only proves it's getting to you. Oh, cool. Oh, big cool guy here, LOL. Bro, Randy Orton don't need to flip to give an RKO. What the fuck is this? Exactly! Ricochet, sounding like your haters. What? No way! You need to not engage with this stuff, honestly, man. You're the first wrestler I met. You're a great guy, big fan of yours, but this is something I'd see a random wrestling fan with 10 followers tweet. I appreciate your thoughts. Isn't this your style? Alright, that's pretty funny. Boy, I need to go to the Canaanites and start acting like a bitch. I told the homies. Did you? Did you tell the homies? Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Little tongue-in-cheek moment there, I feel.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll come back to Ricochet later. We've got additional Ricochet related news.
That's
Oh, is that
true.
right?
I
Oh.
think that might be a thumb, one way or the other.
Mm.
Next up was the true main event. Hologram beat the Beast Mortos 2-1 in a 2 out of 3 falls match. So we have finally seen Hologram pinned for the first time, but he didn't actually lose. He's still undefeated somehow. This was actually okay. You know, considering it's a nothing match between 2 nothing guys who just kind of were there. They are both good. And that was points for me and Will. Smoot had Mortos winning, and Beans didn't predict it for some.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't know
Yeah,
what was
that
happening.
one was actually on the graphic, and he just like ignored it.
So did most of the people in the arena.
Yeah. I don't see the appeal in hologram. I'm sorry. I don't see it.
Yeah, I know. It's a shame. I like him. He's good, but he's
You like
I
Beast
don't know what-
Mortis. I thought you hated him. Wait a minute.
no. I like Beast Mortis. I hate the name.
Oh, okay.
He's good. And Hologram too. I really like Hologram, but it's a god awful name. But I don't know what makes him any different than like Commander, who is also really good, but I don't know anything about him. I don't know why I'm supposed to care about Commander.
Wears a mask.
He wears a mask. He does flips.
Yeah, I don't
Walks
know.
on the
either.
ropes. Darby Allin beat Brody King. Points for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is. I mean, this is another one where it's like, hey, you know, Darby wanted Brody King to kill him or whatever, and Brody didn't get the job done. So
Yeah.
it was just a match.
It was a match because Darby Allin should have been in the main event, but he was silly. Cost himself. Should have just said no to John Moxley. The tag titles successfully defended by the Young Bucks. That sucks. I had Private Party. Points for the rest of you. Not for me.
Sorry about that.
Next time. Next time, it's going to happen. It'll happen next time. I have faith. And that's actually true as well, because the same happened in the next match. Mark Briscoe beats Chris Jericho to retain the Ring of Honor World Championship. That is a point for Beans, but none for us here.
Only to lose it 2 weeks later on a random ladder match.
Exactly. They did a rematch straight away, and then they did the different finish. I think they're going to do the same for the tag titles. The Young Bucks have Private Party again.
Why don't you
And,
just change the titles on the pay-per-view? The show that's trying to draw money.
I don't know exactly. But this one has the added stipulation that if Private Party lose again, they're going to split.
Yeah, they're probably going to lose again then.
They might. But also, we've just seen Chris Jericho win his second time of asking. So it could happen.
Yeah, but he's a fuck.
Not sure it's relevant. I mean, you're not wrong, but you know.
You got to factor that in. Is a fuck.
He's also a 9-time world champion, if you count Ring of Honor.
The Nueve, yeah, I know. But he's also a fuck. He's probably going to get killed in that Terrifier 3 movie, by the way, as well.
Terrifier?
Mm-hmm. It's, I've seen the second one. I haven't seen the first one. But it's just like, it's like gruesome, like gore-laced, it's supposed to be a horror movie, but it's just like for gore fanatics and things like that. And at the end of the second one, Jericho has a cameo as a, I guess, a security guard in an insane asylum, where he's like at the front desk watching the monitors. And supposedly that leads into the third movie. Which, here, there's like a prosthetic, I believe.
I've seen that, yeah. Seen the picture.
Let's see if I can pull this up here for you. This was on the Twitter machine. There's the Conglom shirt there again. Oh yeah, that was another thing. Samantha Irvin leaving WWE.
That was me Ricochet news.
Yeah.
Ruined it now, Smoot.
It's like,
There you go. Don't worry, Chris Jericho head sculpt from Terrifier 3 isn't real and can't hurt you. Chris Jericho head sculpt from Terrifier 3.
it looks like he was designed by Pixar.
Yeah.
They even got like the hairs on his face. They did a really good job. Like right here and on the chin and everything. Very lifelike.
It's good, but it's not. I don't know. Something off about it.
What could possibly be off about this, Will? What could possibly be off about it? Tell me.
It doesn't. It's not. I don't know. It's just not quite him, is it?
No, something's very wrong there.
What could possibly be wrong? I have no idea.
I mean, it's a good likeness for somebody else.
It looks like a person. It just doesn't look like Chris
Yeah.
Anyway, he's probably gonna get like murdered in the movie, or his character is gonna get murdered or whatever. I should say. Anyhow,
Chris Jericho plays Adam Burke, an orderly in.
That's it. I couldn't think of the proper term for that for some reason.
Asylum. Giving birth to his head. What the hell? Mark Henry stuff. They kill a nurse and a guard before. Yeah, so that could be involved in there. So main event. We had speaking of gory, horrific murders. John Moxley again killed Bryan Danielson for the second time.
Again.
Yeah, this was stupid.
Wasn't enough.
Is he actually dead this time, or?
I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
he's actually dead.
we haven't heard or seen from Danielson since this.
He won by technical decision,
Actually, no,
chucked him out. So Moxley is your new world champion. That's points for all of us
Except for Beans, who actually went with Danielson for some reason.
Actually went with Danielson because I guess he didn't know that his contract was up. And then after the match, the BCC all came down and swarmed Danielson and chucked him out with a clear plastic bag again. Wheeler Yuta joined in, so he's turned now as well. And the babyface locker room all looked very distraught by this when the EMTs were checking on Danielson.
Yeah, because this was a horse shit angle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, look like,
Go ahead, Will.
yeah, like someone legit died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the first time with the bag, as comical unintentionally as it was, they went with the bag route again, rather than just like doing literally anything else. Like they could have just stuffed him in a car and then like drove a fucking truck into it, since that's their new since a Dodge Ram is their new fucking vehicle of choice. They could have done that. They could have just something. Why the bag again? When like this is the like this pisses me off. I hate it. Like since Mox has turned into this, I guess, serial killer now. The only person he's been going after is Danielson, or at least trying to murder. And it's supposed to be a calling card, but it doesn't have the same effect as like a person with like serial killer tendencies, because Danielson's the only person he's been going after.
It's basically what you're saying is Moxley needs to be more inventive in his
Yes! Yes!
Fair enough.
You can't just be doing the same fucking song and dance routine and expect people to care about it. Especially when you end the match with a rear naked choke. Like, I don't know. Like, I probably would have booked it to where Danielson loses, yada yada. You have the people, come out and try to help him and all that. And then you play Final Countdown one last time to send him off. And then you do, like, a Wednesday segment where Danielson speaks on losing and gives, like, a retirement speech again. And then you do the Yuta turn there to make it more impactful and put Yuta over as, like, oh, this guy actually has a mean streak. Yeah, right. But he actually has a mean streak for the group that he's in. To solidify that. Not, oh, he randomly hates Danielson now after giving crocodile tears or whatever. I don't know, it just, the ending felt rushed of WrestleDream to me. It they went with the same route and it didn't, like, the sequel was not as good as the original. Simply put. In fact, I'm giving my thumbs away, but that's pretty much my thumbs down on my notes here.
Maybe they should do some sort of public vote.
A public vote?
Yeah. How would you like to see Danielson killed this week?
You give him meat.
Text A. Vote.
Death by hamburger or something.
Yeah.
Just something, man. Like, something that would have been a lot more cooler as a send-off. Or, I don't know. Just, you hurt him, but not hurt him to the point where he doesn't show up on the following Dynamite. Not, hey, we're going to go with the bag route again. Sorry, due to the nature of the gruesome events, we can't post this to socials. And not only that, the bag gimmick, you could tell, like, he had, like, a thumb to open the bag to get enough air in. So, like what are we doing?
To actually suffocate the guy.
Right! That's why I said you stuff him.
Bag.
You stuff him in a car, do a little TV magic.
Yeah.
The NWO machine or whatever runs into the fucking car, and then there you go. And that's another thing. I do not like how the BCC is turning into yet another incarnation of the New World Order.
Kinda, yeah.
They're like spray paint cans away from being another NWO for like the 50,000th time.
I think if they end up allying with like the Young Bucks, or I don't know if Shane is coming, some kind of authority figure, then yeah, definitely that's going to be too much, I think.
The Shane McMahon one would definitely be the cherry on top, I feel, for that.
I don't think they need a leader above Moxley. No. I think he's fine.
No.
I do kind of want Shane to turn up though, just for the...
Yeah. I do too.
It would get people talking about it, but what do you do with that? Like, okay, Shane's running the things and things like that for BCC, if not AEW. Where do you go from there? If you're just booking the same fucking reactionary type of match to just be like, oh, it's a 5-star match, but like you're not selling tickets, like what do you do? That's what
there is an answer. I will just quickly wrap up the pay-per-view. Beans 8 points, Smoot 9, and me and Will co-win this one on 10 out of 13. So I think we all did pretty good there. Overall, Beans on 34. This is out of how many? 61 matches we've done so far. Yeah, it's been quite a few. Beans 34, Smoot 49.
Oh, yeah.
Will 52, and I'm on 54. So done all right there. Out of 70. God damn, 70 matches.
Yeah, but I'm 5 behind. Fucking A.
You're 5 behind with at least 2, I think, still to go.
Do you remember last year when we said Beans wasn't watching anything and was doing really well in the
Yeah.
Yeah, about
There's
that.
something to that, because I haven't seen any of AEW and I'm doing quite well.
You're hanging in there. So back to the Shane thing. I would, if I were Tony Khan, cash out and spend my money on something else. I would.
But
Yeah, I would have him do something with the Young Bucks because they have some EVP power and he has money. They could do
Did
some
they ever,
kind of.
sorry to interrupt you, did they ever explain the situation with when Bucks nearly killed him? And then his dad come out with a big concerned look on his face. Did they ever explain any of that?
No, he showed up 2 or 3 weeks later as Darby Allin's chauffeur. And Darby Allin came out with. Was that when he had the flamethrower?
yes.
Yeah. So he just kind of came back, and then he was there. There was never any kind of disciplinary action taken. He just came back.
See, this is
okay.
one of my thumbs down. We'll get to it later, but yeah.
I mean, we can get to it now if you want.
Yeah,
If you want
yeah,
to,
do it.
it's nothing is ever explained in AEW.
Right.
They just assume that you just know. And I think it was what's Dave May called? Brian.
Alvarez.
Yeah.
Brian Alvarez, yeah.
He actually brought this up, and I've seen a clip, and he was spot on. To be fair to him, WWE are really good at recapping things and telling you things that you should know to spur the stories along.
Yeah.
AEW does none of that. You don't get any information of what you just expected to know who people are. What happened last week? There's very few recaps. You just don't. For a casual viewer, you're just tuning in, and going, "What's this?" There's no sort of invite to say, "Oh, this could be interesting."
This is also the problem with, well, not so much Rampage anymore, but Collision as the B show. We now know that it's mostly skippable, but occasionally it's not. Sometimes there will be something on it which is important, and you never know. They don't recap it. It's just, this thing happened on Collision. You're expected to know about it, so they lead you to believe 9 times out of 10 that nothing's going to happen. It's just going to be another hologram match. But then occasionally there will be something with like a top guy. Swerve will come out and make some kind of statement. So yeah, there's something there as well. I think you're right. It's kind of, you have to watch it all just in case. And no one's got time for that.
Exactly. It's like the whole thing with. I mean, okay, I know people knew who he was in this case when Ricochet turned up. You know, people didn't know who he was, but it's anytime they get a new guy, there's never. I mean, we laugh at WWE because as soon as someone new, you know, Cole's got a big list of stats ready about who he is.
I hate that.
but it works because he's introducing you to who he is. Whereas there's none of that with TNA. I keep saying TNA, sorry. With AEW. You just expect it. Okay, in the case of Ricochet, it's a poor example because people didn't know who he was because he was only on WWE a couple of months before. But there's no introduction. There's no vignettes. Introducing people or anything like that. It's just you just expect it to know. I don't think it's a good way of doing things.
My thumbs up. It's a tentative one, and it follows on a little bit from that. And kind of what I was saying before, actually. I'd have Shane ally with the EVPs and do some kind of rival authority thing with Tony Khan and whoever his chosen guy is. Leave the Moxley BCC stuff alone. Let them do their thing. I don't think that has to be involved with the running of, because there's something going on with some people are pissed with, especially Top Flight, seem to be pissed with the Young Bucks for how they're running things, or not running things, is maybe more accurate. I don't think they need to be involved in that. That's a good storyline. I like the overarching thing that includes more than just the one guy. That's pretty good.
Sorry.
The BCC stuff, I quite like. Where's the thing? Yeah, here it is. Someone on Reddit mentioned this, and it makes sense. But, like Will said, nothing's ever explained, so you kind of have to put it together yourself. And there's a fine line to walk between doing something well, where things mean something, and letting the viewer work it out and kind of reward the attention by things coming together at the end. And then the sledgehammer just overdoing it with all the video packages and explaining who everyone is and what they're doing and over and over and over again ad nauseum, like they do in WWE. There's got to be some middle ground, and neither side seems to be able to find it. But this thing, someone whose name is Jemba on Reddit said the entire point of this. Yeah, he's a Tony Khan guy. So, as part of a much bigger post, he says the greater good of AEW he keeps preaching about is the same as the original goal of the BCC, trial by fire, born through bloodshed. He sees AEW's best prospects are fumbling and is trying to right the course by acting as the tough hand upside the head that they all need to get back to who they should have become by now. He targeted Darby Allin's fragile daredevil mentality to get his title shot, right? He took advantage of this, like, never back down thing. Targeted Danielson's personal relationships to break him and make him take unnecessary risks. Targeting Orange Cassidy's friendships and history in AEW. So he's actually doing the thing that he and Danielson talked about right at the start when they came together. They said, we are going to take some people under our wing and make them what they should be. That seems to be what's actually happening here. It's not trying to take over the company or bring down AEW or anything like that. It's trying to light a fire under them. But no one's explained that. All it would take is something that isn't a cryptic Jon Moxley promo.
Yeah.
To make people realize, oh, actually, I see it. This would be a great storyline. So actually, I want to put it in my thumbs up that the BCC, whatever the BCC are doing, is good. It just needs a bit more explanation. In theory, I like it. Just needs a couple more video packages. It needs a, hey, remember this thing 2 years ago that they said when they wanted to make Daniel Garcia into something? He's still not something, so
Yeah.
turn it up a notch and try again.
So let's have him go after MJF one more time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Because, like, whatever Mox is saying, like, I'm like, I kind of get it, but
Yeah.
it's not. I get it, but I'm not getting it at the same time. Like,
They're not making it clear at all.
like at the start of Dynamite, he's out in the desert in Salt Lake, yapping about caterpillars.
Why was he in the desert?
With the music being way too loud over what he was saying.
But okay, see, look, that's another thing, right? He's yapping about caterpillars and what the hell. But also, caterpillars famously evolve like Pokemon, evolve into something different. You start as a caterpillar, you go through a metamorphosis, and then you're a butterfly. So
Right.
he's trying to turn these guys into what they could be.
Right.
But he's doing it like Bray Wyatt. And it's like, can you just make it a little bit clearer for us?
At least the music was mixed correctly in Bray Wyatt promos.
True.
That's all I gotta say. Almost busted out the audio graphic for that one.
Yeah.
Do you have a thumbs down? Because I have like a zillion of them. I could fill this box all day.
You just steal one of yours. Have a thumbs down. I'm sure there was something. Can't think now. What else happened on Dynamite on the pay-per-view?
I could give you this one. Samantha Irvin leaving Raw,
Oh, there you go. That's
being replaced by Lillian Garcia, immediately botches.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here.
Did you say champ number one container?
Listen to this.
Moving on to new challenges. Everybody here wishes her all the best. Cannot thank her enough for the incredible memories. And what a thrill it is to welcome back longtime star ring announcer Lillian Garcia Wade. Wow.
The following
here you
is
go.
the first round match in the World Tag Team Championship #1 Containers Tournament.
I just simply said Samantha Irvin leaving WWE is a bit of a shock considering she brought a whole new enthusiasm to ring announcing. Glad to hear Lillian's back in a post-Vince WWE, but I don't know if she can match Samantha's intensity. And then that clip happens. Like, come on,
Give her the
dude.
benefit of the doubt.
She's nervous. She's been doing this for 30 years.
True.
Golly.
That's great. They could do a lot worse than the Lean Garcia.
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing to hear Samantha was leaving, but
Yeah.
I've just been reading this. Apparently, there was a bit of a people being all over it as they usually are. You know, why is she left? What's going on? You know, what's the situation? Story is she wants to basically do more music stuff. And
Yeah, I didn't know she did music stuff.
yeah, she was on there was before she sort of got big. I feel like there was a clip going around that she was on America's Got Talent. And they all loved her, and she obviously didn't win it, but she got quite far into it. But then she's come out literally in the last sort of hour or so saying, well, the tweet's been mentioned. She said she didn't actually enjoy ring announcing. She wanted to be a manager or something like that, but they wouldn't give her any opportunity to do it. So she was looking for something else.
Yeah, and apparently she gave her notice like months before, by the way.
Yeah, there was a big story going on that she didn't, and she only told them on Monday, which I didn't believe it at all, because why was Lillian ready to go?
Don't think that's how it works.
Yeah. Yeah, so she said herself, she told them months ago.
Yeah.
And then obviously as soon as she was out of WWE, the rumor was, oh, she's going to AEW to be with Ricochet. To which Ricochet said, no, she's not. She's not going to be with AEW.
Yeah, wrestlers wouldn't lie.
Never.
Ever. Why would they
The Rock,
lie?
anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she
complete
won't ever
horseshit.
go there, but I can't see her doing it. Then there's
Well, they've already got a very good ring announcer in AEW.
Yeah.
I don't think should be taken over from the Dabby Yapper.
Apparently she's left on good terms with WWE, so there's always a chance she could end up going back at some point.
Yeah.
Can it be next week so we don't have to hear #1 Containers match again?
But
I don't get it. Lillian Garcia dabbled in like a somewhat music career. You mean to tell me you can't do that with Samantha, or like have some sort of like if she wants something else to be like a managerial role or whatever?
A few people mentioned this. The Lillian stuff was all released under WWE. Whereas someone suggested maybe she's been offered a record deal with someone. And obviously she can't really carry on doing that if she's been offered a proper deal with another company or something. So
Gotcha.
time will tell, I guess. But yeah, I said she made a first mistake, but they could do worse. She's alright, Lillian.
Yeah.
Will, do you have a thumbs up?
Thumbs up. Yeah, the sort of the last, what's the word? Last remnants of the Vince era is over. Gone.
Oh. That be.
Sort of, anyway. There's possibly others I'm not thinking of. But, so, if you remember, we had the War Raiders in NXT.
That's true. I saw that little clip.
And then they were renamed to the Viking Raiders and the Viking Experience.
The Viking Experience, yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
It's really bad.
And I think Ivar got injured about a year ago. He's been out for a little while. Then he's now back, and they're called the War Raiders again.
Yeah.
So yeah,
People can chant war.
they can.
Which is fun. So that's good.
It did lead to a great line from Wade Barrett. It was so simple, but it worked. When they came out on that, when they first came back on Raw last week, and he said, "Raw is war again."
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cool. But yeah, I can't think of any other Vince change that they haven't reversed. It's
That was so bad.
Pete Dunne's back to being Pete Dunne again.
Yeah.
To the point where they're openly taking the piss out of the fact he was called Butch.
Yeah, doesn't he hate being called Butch now?
Yeah, he does. There's a few things. I suppose the last one, this one still kind of works, I think, so I don't think they'll ever change it. Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, they could get rid of that and maybe big Bronson Reed, but it's fine if you don't have to use it every time. As long as he can be Seth Rollins, that's okay.
Yeah.
How about like names that he's taken away? Could Big E be Big E Langston again?
Possibly, yeah. I suppose.
We haven't seen Big E for a long time. Who else has lost a name?
Apollo Crews, but he got it back.
Where's
Yeah,
he?
got it back, didn't he?
Great question.
He pops up every now and then. He was on SmackDown about a week ago. Yeah, what's the name's re-debuting? The guy from Imperium, Andrew Tate.
God.
Yeah, Giovanni Vinci.
That's him. Yeah, who else did lose the name?
Ricochet also kind of looks like Andrew Tate as well.
He really does.
Yeah.
Someone should do that gimmick. Someone should just have a Bugatti and like drive around and stuff.
Bubble water. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a little early.
Of course, the biggest change is that the hospital is no longer a medical facility.
Yeah, it's actually a hospital.
just a hospital again.
Yeah, they can go to hospitals again.
Wow.
The Vince era is long and gone.
Officially
hopefully.
gone. Yeah.
Man.
And it was good to see the I don't know why anyone ever thought a Viking gimmick was a good thing. But
I mean, that's not bad.
they tried it.
The name was horrible.
Yeah.
Like War Raiders, like you know what you're getting. Viking Experience sounds like a fucking ride at Disney.
It
Sounds like a cover band.
Sure, yeah. I mean, very well maybe, but like, it didn't need to be changed. And like Vince, I think Vince hated NXT.
Oh, he did. Because NXT was a lot more successful than any of the main roster
At times, yeah, definitely.
So yeah, anything that came up from
Goddamn pal.
NXT, he had to change something.
Goddamn pal, keep them ham and eggers down in Florida. Anyway, anything else you want to add for
I
thumbs?
saw a clip someone posted a little while back. It's only a couple of weeks ago, but it was some beatdown during the worst of the Kevin Dunn, camera cuts. Oh, it's from the Thunderdome era. It was empty. It was just the video screen crowds.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, 20 cuts in 16 seconds or whatever it was. And it's crazy. Like, I know we complained about it even then. It's not like we only see it now. We knew how bad it was, but it was really bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Vince era being dead, that is the first one. I think that might be the worst thing that he did ever. Including...
Employing Kevin Dunn.
Employing Kevin Dunn and letting him do that.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
He is not missed.
Definitely not.
No.
Anything else with the thumbs or in general before we get out of here?
Just move on to SmackDown over the last couple of weeks, really. We haven't talked about what's been going on with the Bloodline. Obviously we know The Rock turned up on Bad Blood.
And then had that ZZ Top
Yes.
played way too loud on his Twitter video.
Hasn't been seen since either. So going back to the week before last, when Jimmy come back, didn't he? And he said Roman's what's the word he used? He's a chief without a tribe or something, because he's only him on his own. Jimmy came back to him, obviously, but that was just them two. And they were trying to get Jay on board, but he wouldn't even speak to Jimmy or anything like that. So that went on for about a week or so. So moving forward to this week, there was a IC title match. It was Jay against Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
And then Solo turned up in the crowd, and there was a load of shenanigans, distractions, and what have you. And Breaker beat Jay, so he lost the title. Because of the Bloodline.
Yeah. I did hear some blurbs about that, which... Okay.
Yeah. So then going on to SmackDown last night, they did that thing again with the sorry, my page has just gone off. Where was it?
It's all good.
So yeah, sorry, I'm missing a bit out actually. So going back to the week before, it's been heavily rumoured that the Motor City Machine Guns were signed with WWE.
We saw that vignette.
That's a really bad debut.
Oh, the music?
Backstage thing on like the whatever, just rocking up in was Adam Pearce's office or whatever. It's just come on.
Yeah,
they could have done better than that. Do a big surprise, like hit the music and stuff. Come on.
Hit the terrible
I think it was
music.
more because it was more because it was already all over the internet that they were coming to WWE.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
That was only done online though. That clip was only shown online with these.
That's even worse to do like a little backstage thing only online. That sucks.
But
you want to add a thumbs down?
It could be actually, yeah, why not? But at least and then a thumbs up is that they've actually won a load of matches.
Well, even more so that so last week they were in a triple threat tag match for the number one containers match.
They became the number one containers.
So, and then last night they won that match to become the number one containers. And then the Bloodline come out and said, sort of introduced themselves, we're the Bloodline, we're going to beat you, all that stuff. And then they said they wanted their title match right now on SmackDown. This was just after becoming the number one contenders in the match in the first place. And so yeah, they had the match and won. Jay got involved. So Jay's realigned himself with the Bloodline at last. And cost the Bloodline the tag titles. So in this third official match in the company, the Motor City Machine Guns have won the tag titles.
Yep.
Which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, it was quite well done. The whole thing was well done with Jay getting involved, and then he was looking down at Jimmy in the ring, and then they ended up hugging. So the Usos are back together again. And then it just finished with Roman looking on at them. So obviously they're going to end up all back together properly.
Survivor Series is coming up. We're War Games.
There was a cool little bit going back to last week. With the whole Orton Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens thing, and getting involved in that. Orton was demanding a match with Kevin Owens from Nick Aldis, and he kept saying he wouldn't do it. He's not giving him the match because he's suspended Kevin Owens for what he did and all this.
Ooh.
He wouldn't make the match. So then, in a backstage bit last week, Aldis basically said, "Look, it's not. I can't do nothing about it. It's gone above me now. I can't do nothing about it." So then Orton cryptically said, "Okay, well, I guess I know who I need to speak to then." Obviously hitting the Triple H. Nothing happened with the rest of that show, but then this week it started off where you've seen the thing they've been doing lately. I don't know if I get a clip of it for you. Can you get a clip of SmackDown? You know where to find these things.
What do you need?
The start of SmackDown last night.
Yeah, hold on. Give me just a sec here.
It was just a nice little addition to what they've been doing recently. These sort of long camera shots they've been doing where they go start off backstage and they go through Gorilla. So yeah, I don't know if it was right at the very start, but it was. If not, it wasn't far away.
Then now, forever, pal.
So it was literally in the first minute or so. Oh, you see, they're all around.
Who died?
This has been quite funny. These guys have been walking around with this belt in this case for the last 2 weeks. What to do?
Is this the crown jewel belt that they're carrying?
Yeah.
Oh my
Must be an easier way.
god. Dude, it ain't that serious.
Could be like the Andre the Giant cheese statue as well. You see it that one time and they never show
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Okay, Cody Rhodes.
So this is the usual arrivals thing.
Hey,
There they are.
Oh, they misspelled containers. They put contenders there.
So then,
okay.
God, that'd be a good match too.
it was pretty good. They made a lot of references.
I feel like
obviously they kind of started in the business together, and
not gonna lie,
Corey
I feel
Graves
like,
as well.
I feel like Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY has happened in TNA before.
Maybe.
I feel like that's happened before.
Could be right. There you go. This is it. So bear in mind, he said he wanted to go and speak to Triple H. Who's sitting in Gorilla?
Hey, I'm gonna call you out, Triple H.
He realizes, and he's.
Okay.
I just thought it was a nice little bit to sort of. Obviously, he
But wait,
knew where
who's
he was
that?
big.
Who's that dweeb? Between Triple H and
Lee
Orton.
Fitton?
Is it?
I think so. I don't know.
Is it
I don't know who he is. Lee
This
Fitton,
guy over
the
here.
new producer. He sort of pushes him out the way.
That guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just that guy.
Like, I love that
You see
Orton
him
just,
when he goes
just doesn't
over.
even bother to just like get out of my way. I want to talk to Triple H. Like, watch, he just pushes him aside. Like, get out of the way. No mustard bottle, no ketchup bottle off to the
No,
side
nothing.
here. Looks like a Stanley Cup there.
And then if you go a bit forward, when he's in the ring, he calls him out.
Why? He was just there.
Well, you see, Triple H is telling him to get out to the ring because he wouldn't speak to him. But apparently, well, you see it in a minute. When he calls him out, we get this weird gorilla cam that we've got now with the camera on Triple H's desk.
I'm not a fan. Okay, not a fan of
bad blood.
The camera with like, here's a shot of the jib right here. Like, dude, switch.
Yeah.
Come on.
The camera shot's only a split second, so you might miss it.
Okay, hold on. We got a buffer there.
There
Yeah,
we go,
what's the
this might be it.
okay? So if he's calling out, I still don't get this. We just saw that he's sitting in Gorilla. Why?
But he wouldn't speak to him. He told him to get out of the ring.
That's stupid.
I don't know.
God. If my box wasn't already full of thumbs down.
There we go. This will be.
I'll save it for next week.
There it is.
It's like, great, now I gotta get up. I gotta push this dweeb out of the way, too.
Why is there a camera on the desk? Vince would never allow that camera.
Well, exactly.
Breaking kayfabe, brother.
You won't be able to read the line, but apparently, it came out afterwards. Orton was late for whatever reason, late to the arena, and he didn't get there till late on in the day. And he mentions it. He says, "You don't show up for work on time these days." He starts laughing. That's when he says it. He says, "You don't show up for work on time these days," or something.
I mean, it's Randy Orton. He can be late.
Yeah.
But long and the short of it, he ended up giving him the match. So we've got Kevin Owens and Randy Orton at Crown Jewel.
God.
It was quite a good promo, actually. He went back through. He said, you used to be. I don't want Paul Levesque. I want to speak to Triple H. The cerebral assassin, the guy who broke into my house at one point and threw me through my own window.
The guy that doesn't have an undiagnosed heart condition.
But yeah, it was a good little segment to go back over. Obviously, they got a lot of history together, haven't they? So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. This went on for about 10 minutes, huh?
You're not going to be one of these guys, are you? Just bring up the timing, I think.
I mean, I'm not as bad as some of the people on Twitter, admittedly, that has it down to the second.
I saw one guy tweet the week before this when the Machine Guns made their debut, and funny enough, it was a comment off the clip of what you're talking about, Chuck, about when they signed the contract.
Yeah.
And someone said, big Machine Guns fan, but I'm not tuning in to see a 4-minute match.
Yeah.
And it's like,
fair enough.
It hasn't even happened yet. You criticizing something that hasn't even. It was more than 4 minutes, but criticizing things that haven't even happened yet. That's the stage we're at these days.
Yeah.
Also,
I don't know.
Have you seen this? Have you seen this big guy doing the real bad covers of theme songs?
Okay.
No, but that sounds great.
Oh no, it's not. I'll have to find it. I can't even remember his name now. He did the Cody's one, and it was terrible, and he's done more since. But yeah, the main event was pretty good. It was, as you've seen, it was DIY and the Machine Guns.
I mean, TNA may not have won the battle, but they sure as hell won the war in my book.
What's that?
I said TNA may not have won the battle, but they were sure as hell winning the war.
Yeah, well, someone pointed out, there's you've got, obviously the Machine Guns there now. You've got Nick Aldis.
Yep.
The guy, what's his name? Chris Park, guy was Abyss.
Abyss.
Bobby Roode.
Brother.
There's so many ex-TNA people in WWE now. Jeremy Borash.
Rockstar Spud was there for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's still there now. I think he's come back.
Which is
showed up the other day,
crazy to think about. AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Christopher Daniels is in AEW.
Who's the guy? What's his name? The Canadian.
Scott D'Amore.
No. They named the move after him. What's his name?
Pete Williams.
He's there.
Oh yeah. Little Papa Pump.
Yeah, there's so many.
A lot of them.
All ended up there. And a lot of them guys we've just mentioned, they're like producers now. They're basically producing what we see every week.
Yeah.
Like you say, yeah, a big influence from the old TNA that's on WWE these days. But I can't find this guy I was talking about. I'll find it for you in a minute. I forgot what I was going to say.
Was there anything else on
No.
SmackDown you wanted to talk about, or
I don't think there was.
it was just the opening segment? Okay.
And the main event with the Usos reuniting at last. Apparently they did. Well, not apparently they did. They did a double taping last night because the next Friday they're on the way to Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so
they did 2 SmackDowns last night. I've not seen the spoilers, but I don't think anything huge has happened.
So Survivor Series is the Crown Jewel show, or no? Or is that something different?
No, Crown Jewel is next week.
No. Crown Jewel's next Saturday, and Survivor Series is about.
There'll probably be an early start too.
Then why are they?
What we're gonna do there?
Yeah.
Then what's the point of carrying the title in that weird gun case that we saw?
Because it's the Crown Jewel Championship.
But
Why not
it's
just fly it
not.
over to Saudi though? Why have they got to carry it around
Yeah.
on tour with them?
They did actually have it at SmackDown last night, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's ridiculous.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah. Alrighty. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
No, I don't think so. Not for me.
Well, Chucks, hopefully you feel better next week when we do the paper review. Paper.
Yeah, I'm
for the
sure
prediction game.
these things don't usually last that long.
Oh, that's good. We'll see you next week then. Yeah. Crown Jewel prediction game, and then yeah, we'll run it down and tally up the points and things like that. We'll see you next week. Have a great one, and don't forget to turn your clocks back in the UK at the very least, and then it'll be us next weekend. So have a good one, everybody. Good night.